Hello again, this is Carmen, and today I'm going to be giving you some tips to transition from being in a marriage or long-term relationship to being single again. But before I get started, welcome to my girlfriend's guide to starting over after divorce channel, where you will get tips for surviving divorce and all other relationship topics. For more content like this, just please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. So let us get to the tips for transitioning to being alone again after divorce or a long-term relationship. My first tip is to develop a great relationship with yourself. To start, listen to your inner critic. We all have an inner voice in the back of our minds that is constantly speaking to us. Don't worry, this is nothing to be ashamed of. It is simply part of the human experience. And to those of you who are saying that you don't have a little voice, I guarantee that you're not even aware of it. But if you pay attention after this video and check in with yourself at the end of the day, you will see that you've had several instances where there is a voice speaking to you. Now, it's not like a Cookie Monster voice or Reagan from The Exorcist or anything like that. It's just you, and it's perfectly normal. The important thing is to listen for what kind of things are being said. Is it telling you that you are no good? Is it telling you that you will never get over them? That you will never get that promotion? Is it telling you that you're not good enough? Is it telling you that you are unattractive or that you're dumb? If these are the kinds of things that you're saying to yourself, then you don't have a good relationship with yourself. But the great news is that you now have the opportunity to change this. You now have the opportunity to dive in, develop, and nurture yourself. Please don't do what I did. My inner voice was constantly telling me that I was not a good partner and that I was no longer attractive and that I was never going to get over my ex. So instead of using this as an opportunity to learn and listen and grow from this, I tried to shut that voice up by going to nightclubs every night with my girlfriends, by dating younger men. You see, my self-esteem was in the gutter. So I thought that somehow this would lift me up and help me. But guess what? It didn't work. Yeah, sure, it felt good momentarily, but once I was home and I was alone with my thoughts, these thoughts and voices would persist, and in fact, they would get louder. And after a while, I decided this was nonsense, that it was just silly. I was not doing anything to serve myself or anything for my greater good. So I stopped dating and partying, and I began to work on self-love and self-development for almost 2 years before I popped my head back up. Now, of course, you don't have to wait for some enlightening moment. You can begin right away by seeing a therapist or a coach. But if you're saying that you're not financially able to take this step right now, or you're not yet comfortable to speak to someone on this level, then I suggest beginning by picking up a self-awareness book. There are some pretty amazing self-development books out there that you can try, and I would put some resources underneath this video for you to check out. The next step is to think about how you are when you start a new relationship. So you go on dates, you do some fun activities. You're probably pretty attentive and compassionate, right? Well, how about you turn this around on yourself? Take yourself to the movies, go to dinner alone, and most importantly, be kind and compassionate with yourself. Say some really nice things to yourself. Try using positive affirmations. It may take a little courage for some of you to try these, but you will be so proud of yourself once you do. My second tip is to nurture other relationships, like the ones with your children. Set special time with them. Try doing fun things that they like. Set some dates with them. Think outside of the box. Do really special things with your children. The same thing with your friends. Start having them over. Make some fun dinners with them, or set some weekly dinner or drink dates with them. Your parents, Go visit them, help them out with that computer thing that they're stuck with, or um, moving some item that they can't get to. There's so many ways to do this. There's also your community. You can join a fundraiser, you can help with a street cleanup, etc. The point is to get out there and spread your love, because your love doesn't have to be just for a romantic partner, right? And this will really affect your life in such a positive way. The third tip would be to let go of unrealistic expectations. Don't tell yourself that you're going to be over your ex by an X date. And certainly don't tell yourself that you will be in a new relationship or married again by a certain age. Just don't do it. Do the opposite instead and remind yourself that this is a process, that you're going to take your time and that you're going to take it easy on yourself. Take the pressure off of yourself. And for those of you who have to co-parent, don't expect your ex to be the same kind of parent that you are. I see this all the time. Now, don't get me wrong. If they're doing things that are putting your children in harm's way, that's one thing. But if you're dealing with a parent who is the sugar and fun parent and you keep fighting with them over and over, you're going to find yourself in a battle zone for years to come, because you're never going to change your ex-partner. You're divorced for a reason, right? All you can do is control your environment and continue doing your very best. I know it's very frustrating, but by not letting go of these expectations, you will not only be hurting and putting yourself through so much added stress, but you will be hurting your children too in the process. And they have been through so much already. Trust that your guidance and love will ultimately prevail. Another tip would be to get out of your box and try new things. Oftentimes, when you're involved in a partner, especially after many years, you put things on the back burner that you once found exciting or were very curious about. Or maybe your partner had no interest in these things, so you gave up on them altogether. Well, it's time to bring that excitement back. Take that belly dancing class that you keep checking out, or join that hiking club, or take that amazing cooking workshop that you have read about. Why not? And yes, guys too. You never know what doors will open up for you as a result of this. So try new things. It's so important. And lastly, and this is really simple, but it's a really amazing tip. Ask yourself what kind of person you want to be. I mean, really sit down quietly and think about it. Open up a journal and write down, what kind of parent do I want to be? What kind of friend do I want to be? What kind of partner? And most importantly, what kind of life do I want to have? Really indulge in your thoughts and don't censor yourself. Doing this tiny but simple exercise will often light a spark in you and get the wheels turning in your head, which will motivate you to take some type of action. So these are my tips to help you to be alone again after a divorce or a long-term relationship. I hope this has helped. Please leave me your comments or concerns or questions. And again, as always, check out below the video where you will see lots of resources and information that you can get on the topic at hand. And again, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button. And I will see you on my next video. Take care.